Good day everyone, welcome back to True Celebrity Stories. It's great to meet again. In today's video, we'll be talking about Abel Tesfaye's life story and how he achieved stardom and he became one of the best contemporary popular music artists in the world. But first, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. The Weeknd made his musical debut in 2011 with the mixtape House of Balloons. He went on to collaborate with Drake, Wiz Khalifa, and other artists while also pursuing his music career. The Weeknd's Grammy-winning album Beauty Behind the Madness, which featured the hit single Can't Feel My Face, was a big success in 2015. Starboy 2016, his follow-up album, also earned a Grammy and featured a collaboration with Daft Punk, a famed electronic music duo. Abel Tesfaye, better known as The Weeknd, was born in Toronto, Canada on February 16, 1990. He is the son of East African immigrants, although The Weeknd has had minimal contact with his father, who abandoned the family when he was a kid. His parents, Makkonen Tesfaye and Samra Tesfaye, immigrated to Canada from Ethiopia in the late 1980s. They never married and he and his mother shared a small apartment with his grandmother in Scarborough, a metropolitan suburb of Toronto. His first language was Amharic, which he still speaks today because he grew up with his non-English speaking grandmother. Isn't that interesting? He dropped out of school and moved out when he was in grade 11, committing himself to unrestrained partying. Tesfaye soon got a job at American Apparel and started creating songs about drug use, casual sex, and alienation at the same time. A high school dropout at 17 years old, he recalls pulling up to his house as a kid, grabbed his mattress, and throwing it into a vehicle with his best friend, Lamar Taylor. In a 2015 interview with the New York Times, he recalled his mother giving him the worst look anyone could have. She looked at me like she had failed. They and their third companion, Haile Alane, would shoplift food from a neighboring grocery store and pay their $850 a month rent with welfare checks and whatever money he made from selling marijuana to make ends meet in their new one-bedroom apartment. They'd use MDMA, Xanax, cocaine, mushrooms, or ketamine late at night. There were no rules, he told the Times magazine, comparing it to the film Kids Without the AIDS. In his Guardian interview, he recalled a run-in with police that ended with a few nights in jail. Neglecting to give details, he said simply that it was bad enough for me to smarten up, to focus. Not everyone gets another opportunity, he continues. But around that age, you usually get one second chance after a slap on the wrist, and you either take the experience and think, this is it, the final straw, or you don't. And the next move after that, it's your entire life. You become who you become because of the next move you make. To make ends meet, he found a job at American Apparel, but it was writing songs that kept him going. Taylor uploaded him singing his first 3 songs, inspired by their drug-fueled debauchery, to YouTube in 2010, despite initially intending to only sell his music to other artists. He stayed unknown without an image or even a real name to accompany his work, telling the Times that his fellow shirt folders at the business listened to his music without realizing it was him. The Weeknd's early musical influences included anything from traditional Ethiopian music to Michael Jackson, the king of pop. The Weeknd mentioned Michael Jackson's 1979 smash Don't Stop Till You Get Enough in an interview with Vanity Fair, describing it as the song that helped me find my voice. It is for the reason that I sing. He met Jeremy Rose, a musician and producer, and the two began to collaborate. Their cooperation resulted in 3 atmospheric tracks, The Morning, Loft Music, and What You Need, with partly sung and partly rapped lyrics. The Weeknd songs were uploaded as audio files to the video sharing website YouTube in late 2010, and their popularity skyrocketed after they were featured on Canadian rapper Drake's blog. Tesfaye received more recording opportunities as a result of Drake's support, and by March 2011 he had put together a 9-song mixtape, House of Balloons, which he published as a free download. The album received positive reviews and was nominated for the Polaris Music Prize in Canada. In July of that year, Tesfaye made his first public performance as The Weeknd in a Toronto nightclub. In 2011, he dropped 2 more free mixtapes, Thursday and Echoes of Silence. He also contributed to Drake's Take Care album from 2011. In September 2012, The Weeknd signed a deal with Republic Records. 2 months later, he released Trilogy, a collection of remastered versions of the songs from the 3 mixtapes that quickly became a hit. The Weeknd's first studio album, Kissland 2013, however, failed to break through beyond his core fanbase. The Weeknd's previous mixtapes were re-released in 2012 as Trilogy, a platinum-selling album for the young artist. Despite his growing notoriety, he managed to remain anonymous to the general public. For a long time, The Weeknd refused to give interviews and instead chose to utilize photos of women instead of himself for his 2013 album, Kissland. Some of the aura he cultivated around himself was deliberate, but it also reflected his shyness and fears early in his career. The Weeknd then approached his record label for assistance in writing songs. The result was a professional partnership with Swedish hitmaker Max Martin, as well as a debut with pop diva Ariana Grande called Love Me Harder. The song, which was released in 2014, made it to the top 10. The Weeknd's rise to the top continued in 2015 with the #1 album Beauty Behind the Madness. His disco-pop-infused hit, Can't Feel My Face, which might be about a romantic experience or drug usage, became the unofficial summer song for many, while his lament, The Hills, also had an impact on his fans. This well-received album helped The Weeknd earn an amazing 7 Grammy nominations, with Earned It winning Best R&B Performance and Best Urban Contemporary Album. He was also nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song for Earned It. The Weeknd's third album, Starboy, was released in late November 2016. The studio album featured prominently French electronic duo Daft Punk, who collaborated on the chart-topping title track and its follow-up single, I Feel It Coming, in addition to guest performances by Lana Del Rey, Future, and Kendrick Lamar. Starboy 2016, which featured collaborations with Kendrick Lamar and Daft Punk, continued The Weeknd's success. It was a commercial success and it received a Grammy nomination for the Best Urban Contemporary Album. His next album, My Dear Melancholy, released in 2018, was reminiscent of his earlier work, with melancholy, ambient tones. The Weeknd returned some of the favors by appearing on albums by Lana Del Rey and Future the following year. In early 2018, he won the Grammy and Best Urban Contemporary Album for Starboy. In late 2018, The Weeknd dropped My Dear Melancholy, featuring the single Call Out My Name. The EP marked a return to the darker, gloomier sound that permeated the artist's earlier music. Shortly after the EP's release, The Weeknd headlined the 2-weekend Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival, along with Beyoncé and Eminem. The Weeknd made his feature film debut in Adam Sandler's Uncut Gems in 2019, bringing him back into the spotlight. Later that year, he returned to making news with his music, releasing the singles Heartless, his 4th Billboard Hot 100 hit, and Blinding Lights ahead of the release of his album After Hours in March 2020. After Hours 2020, a cinematic and introspective album, received positive reviews and, like his previous release, debuted at the top of the charts. In 2021, The Weeknd performed during the Super Bowl halftime show. When it comes to personal romantic life, The Weeknd isn't that private, as in, so far he has dated celebrities like him. In early 2015, Tesfaye started dating Bella Hadid, a model. The couple initially appeared together in April at Coachella, and a few months later, Hadid starred in his music video for In the Night. At the 2016 Grammy Awards, they made their red carpet debut as a couple. Due to their conflicting schedules, the couple split up in November of 2016. In January 2017, Tesfaye began dating actress and singer Selena Gomez. They temporarily moved in together in September but split up a month later. Tesfaye and Hadid reunited in May 2018, only to break up again in August 2019. Apart from being a fantastic singer, The Weeknd is also recognized for his old hairdo, which has been characterized as his most recognizable attribute and has been believed to be partly influenced by Brooklyn graffiti artist Jean-Michel Basquiat, especially during Tesfaye's Beauty Behind the Madness era in 2015. He started growing it out in 2011 and said it was simple to keep up with, a harsh shampoo now and again. Before the release of Starboy in 2016, he cut the eccentric hairstyle. In early 2016, Tesfaye was arrested after being taken into an elevator to break up a dispute and reportedly assaulting a Las Vegas Police Department officer. He pleaded no contest and received a 50-hour community service term. Furthermore, Tesfaye was chastised in January 2019 for the lyrics of his song, Lost in the Fire. Tesfaye alludes to a woman's same-sex attraction as a phase in the song and then says he'll fuck her straight, which has some interpreted as homophobic. Tesfaye, together with Euphoria creator Sam Levinson and Tesfaye's producing partner Riza Fahim, announced on June 29, 2021 that he will co-write, executive produce, and star in a new HBO television drama series titled The Idol. Tesfaye stated in late March 2021 that a collaboration of visual artwork as well as an unreleased song titled Ace Phallus would be auctioned off as a non-fungible token (NFT). On April 3rd at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, the auction went live on the Nifty Gateway Marketplace. Over $2 million was raised through the sale of the collection, with one song fetching $490,000. 3 audio-visual objects were provided as open editions, 4 static artworks were offered as 2 silent auctions and 2 sketches, and a primary standalone video titled The Source was included in the collection. Sounds incredible but surprising that the super talented singer is eating good off the disruptive technology. Hey, you've made it to the end of the video, so what do you think about the story of Abel Tesfaye and how he went from dropping out of high school and homeless to being one of the top celebrities in the world of contemporary popular music? Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications. Now, if you'll excuse me, thank you for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.